The more I wash this hair, the prettier it's getting. Like, look at this. Like, you could literally see it coming to life. It was looking real dry, real rough, real crusty at the beginning. And now, like, it's giving scalp, it's giving inches, it's giving body. Like, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Show me the lace. Show me the knots, baby. Hey love, so today I'm going to be showing you how to bleach your lace. So obviously you're going to need a little bowl. You're going to need this little comb brush thingy. I don't know the actual name. And you're going to need like a spatula brush thingy as well. And obviously you're going to need the bleach. This is the BW2. It works really, really well. The next thing you're going to need is the developer. I'm using the 40 volume developer. And then lastly, you're going to need some gloves. You don't want to be bleaching or using any kind of chemicals without any protective equipment. So I'm going to be using these latex gloves. So before I get started, I'm going to put these gloves on just to make sure that, I'm protecting my hands and I don't get burnt during the process. Because a lot of times if you don't wear gloves, you can end up getting burned. So you just want to be super, super careful and take all the precautions you need. So as you can see, I'm taking the bleach and I'm kind of like trying to break it up because sometimes it is stuck together. So it's best to give it a little shake before you pour it into the bowl. So right here, I'm just pouring it in. I'm gonna pour about like 3/4 of the bag. Like you don't want to pour the whole thing because you always want to make sure you leave a little bit back just in case you need to go in again and add some more. It's best to start off with not enough, then use too much and then ruin the mixture. So I'm gonna put what I think. I didn't do any exact measurements. I'm kind of eyeballing it. So I'm sorry I can't tell you the exact measurements that I use, but this is how I do it. Next, I'm going to take my developer and I'm going to start adding it to the powder. Here, I honestly kind of just add the amount that I think I need to start. So you want to add enough to make the mixture a little bit soft. You don't want it to be too runny to begin with because, as I mentioned before, it's best to add a little bit that's not enough than to add too much because you can always go in and add more. And I'm just going to slowly start mixing it to see the consistency. Obviously, right now, it's not the consistency that I want it to be. So I'm actually going to go in and add just a little bit more. So as you can see, I'm adding a few more drops because based on the consistency that I have now, I could see that it definitely didn't have enough. And I'm just going to slowly start mixing it again to see if it becomes the consistency that I'm trying to achieve. You want to be very patient at this step in the process because having the right consistency is very important in ensuring that your wig will turn out the way you want it to. Right, y'all. So this is the consistency that I wanted my mixture to be. I feel like it's best to not have it too runny, but instead have it on the little, like a little heavier side, just to make sure that it doesn't bleed through and bleach the hairs on the wig. All right, so this is the wig that I'll be bleaching. It's super cute. As you can see, she hasn't had anything done to her just yet. You can definitely see that the knots on the wig are pretty visible. However, this one wasn't too bad. So right now, I'm actually gonna just flip it inside out to expose the lace and to kind of see exactly what I'll be working with. Now I'm slowly adding the bleach to the knots. When you're adding it, you don't want to press. Instead, you want to have the brush like, I can't talk, shit. You want to have the brush glide over top of the lace. You don't want to press into it because you don't want that bleach bleeding through. So I'm slowly just kind of adding on what will stick. And then I'm just gonna, let it do its thing and then go over it if I need to. But at this point, you want to make sure when you're applying the bleach to the lace that you bring it as far forward as possible to make sure that you're bleaching all of the knots and you're not missing anything. This is what she looks like after I'm finished. Next, I'm going to be setting a timer. So in the video, I set a timer for 20 minutes, but I actually ended up bleaching it for about 35 minutes. After 35 minutes, it was time to wash off the product off of the lace. This is what it's looking like after all of that time. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go and you want to start using just water to rinse the bleach off of the lace. You want to do it very gently. You don't want to press it too hard, but you also want to make sure that you're washing it thoroughly so that that bleach is coming off of everything, because it's going to be washing down into the cap on the wig and everything. So you want to make sure you're cleaning it properly. After the rinse, you want to take your purple shampoo. This shampoo is very helpful because it basically gets rid of all of the brassiness off of the lace, and it also helps to stop the bleaching process. This is a very important step that you do not want to miss, and you just can't, girl. You just listen, you got to do this, okay? So as you can see, I'm rubbing all over the lace. I'm trying to focus on it, making sure that it's penetrating everything, and also making sure I get it on the hairs or whatever, any parts that the bleach might have gotten on, because like the shampoo, baby, it could still wash the hair, okay? But the main benefit of it is for the lace after bleaching. So after I lathered it up real good and I got all parts of the hair, I'm gonna start rinsing it out. So as you can see, I'm trying to focus to make sure that I'm rinsing everything out, and I'm pulling from the top of the wig to the tips just to make sure I get that product all along the hair. And I'm really trying to focus on that lace to make sure I'm rinsing it off to see if it got rid of any of the brassiness or not, or if I'll need to go in with a second wash. Baby, I'm not gonna lie, this wig is looking nice already. Like, do you see my hand through it? Like, before, that was not happening. All right, now I'm gonna take the actual shampoo. I'm using the olive oil shampoo, and I'm gonna put a generous amount in my hand because you can never use too much shampoo, okay? And I'm gonna lather that bad boy up, and I'm gonna just basically apply it over all of the hair. Now this is important to make sure that you're washing the hair, for one, because I use this hair in the bleaching process completely fresh out the pack, so it wasn't washed yet. And you also want to do this to make sure that you're getting rid of all of the bleach that might be left over in the hair. No, because look at the inches, baby. Look at the inches. Look at the inches. But the more I wash this hair, the prettier it's getting. Like, look at this. Like, you could literally see it coming to life. It was looking real dry, real rough, real crusty at the beginning. And now, like, it's giving scalp, it's giving inches, it's giving body. Like, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Show me the lace. Show me the knots, baby. Show me the knots. But I'm feeling it a little too much or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna just keep rinsing it out to make sure that I get every single thing out. Like, I don't want none of the shampoo being left over in the wig. And of course, I gotta go in with some conditioner. Like, this hair has just been through a lot, so you want to make sure you're using your conditioner to put a little bit of moisture and life back into it. So I'm gonna add a generous amount as well, and slowly, make sure I apply it all throughout the hair to make sure I'm covering all the surface. After all of the treatment, this is what the scalp is looking like. I said scalp because that's what it's giving. Now you can choose to let the conditioner sit, but I decided to just go ahead and rinse it out since I didn't have a lot of time. Like, your girl had to hurry because she had places to be and things to do. But you can leave the wig sitting in the conditioner for a little bit if you want. And this is her at the end, looking all nice, looking all juicy, looking all silky. Like, I can't get over this lace. Like, y'all, I can't wait for this install. It's gonna look bomb AF. I'm gonna install some pictures in this video for you guys so you guys could see what it looks like. All right, y'all, she's done, she's ready, and she's good to go. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I'll see you in my next one.